channel. So I know Kylie Jenner wasn't exactly at the Golden Globes. I don't think she was anyway. I believe she went to the after party and she looked absolutely gorgeous. I'm not a fan of the Kardashians or the Jenners personally, but I must say their makeup is always on fleek, so it is one to recreate. So I really loved her look. It's this neutral eye and nude lip, so it's perfect for absolutely everyone. I just think it's such a wearable makeup look, so I've decided to recreate it for you all. And if you'd like to see how I got this look, then please keep on watching. Okay, so I have started with my brows already complete, and I've primed my skin with my Soap & Glory Hocus Focus primer to give my skin that really nice soft and youthful glow. Then I'm starting with the eyes, and I've got my MAC paint pot in the shade Soft Ochre, and this is going to act as a base for our eyeshadow, so it's going to help the eyeshadows have something to stick to. It's going to stop them from creasing, and it will help them last a lot longer. So this is just going to go all over the lid and all the way up to the brow bone. Moving on to eyeshadow, I've got my Too Faced Natural Matte palette, and I'm taking the lightest shade from it, and it's called Heaven. It's like a bone coloured eyeshadow, and this is just going to go all the way across the lid and all the way up to the brow bone. This is just going to help any eyeshadows that we pop on top of this blend a little bit easier, and I just want this to be the base shadow on the lid as well. Then I'm taking the shade Honey Butter, and honestly this is exactly the same as MAC Soft Brown or Makeup Beat Creme Brulee. So it's a great transitional eyeshadow which is going through the crease. Then I'm taking the eyeshadow Chocolate Cookie, and this is a bit more of a warmer brown with a slightly red undertone, and this is going to go through the crease and a bit above it, and you can see how high I'm taking it up because Kylie's eye makeup was quite high up and quite winged out, so I'm really extending it out and focusing this colour on the outer corner mainly, and then just taking it through the crease, as you can see. The key to this is really to keep building it up and blending it out until you get the effect that you want. Then I'm just taking a makeup wipe and I'm cleaning up to get that really nice sharp edge and to create that like cat eye effect that she had with her shadow. Then I'm taking the darker shade, which is called Sexpresso, which is a deeper brown, and this I'm just focusing this on the outer corner and then through the crease as well, but mainly on the outer corner wing. You can see I've chosen to use a far more tapered blending brush to do this, and this way I'm going to get precision, but I'm also going to be able to softly blend it out. Then I'm just taking the black eyeshadow by Makeup Geek, and it's called Corrupt, and I'm not creating a winged liner because she didn't really have any kind of liner on. I'm just creating a bit of depth on the outer corner of the eye because that's what it looked like to me. So just with an angled brush, I'm softly just brushing this on really close to the lash line and making it a bit smoky. Then moving on to the skin, I've got my NARS foundation. It's got a really long name, so I'll leave it down below. But I've mixed it with my MAC Strobe Cream to add to that luminosity because Kylie's got really lovely youthful skin and her skin was glowing. So that is why I've mixed these two together, but I'm still going to get a really nice full coverage, which I'm blending in with my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. So it really wouldn't be a Kylie tutorial without some highlighting. So I've got my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer to conceal my dark circles with. This is a really good creamy but full coverage concealer. And then I'm just going to highlight over that with my Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer. And that is just to brighten the area further. I'm also just going to use the Maybelline Concealer to highlight down the bridge of my nose and on my forehead and also around my mouth a little bit. You then want to just blend this all out, and I'm just using the same sponge that I used for my foundation, and this is just going to make sure that we don't have any kind of streaky marks or any lines, and everything is blended in and it is looking absolutely flawless. I'm then just going to set all of these areas and the rest of my face with my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. I'm actually using the sponge to kind of really pack that powder on underneath my eyes, just because we really want to hold that concealer on for the maximum amount of time. So kind of using baking as a method is going to help you achieve that. So then I'm just going to take a large fluffy brush and dust this over the rest of my skin. I'm not applying a heavy amount of this because I still want the skin to look and feel fresh and not powdery whatsoever. So really, really lightly dusting this over. So moving back onto the eyes to finish those off, I'm just taking the light brown shade again, which was Chocolate Cookie, and this is just going along the lower lash line, and then I'm just going to deepen it up slightly with the darker brown, which is Sexpresso, and yeah, I'm just blending and smoking that out. And then I did forget to enter a clip of the shadow that I used here, but it was the Shimmer eyeshadow by Makeup Geek to just highlight the inner corners. Then for mascara, I've got my Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara, and I'm just applying a few coats of these onto my top lashes, and then I'm applying some Demi Wispy False Lashes by Ardell. You just want to pop these on and then tuck them in at the corners. It's really important that you get the lashes as close to your natural lash line as possible, and that's because we're not wearing any eyeliner for this look, so we want it to look super natural. Then for bronzer, I've got my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and I'm just applying this with a large brush, and this is just going to go in the hollows of my cheeks and along my temples as well, just to give the skin a little bit of warmth like Kylie's. So Kylie Jenner didn't really have much contour going on for this look, but I've decided to use my Maybelline Master Sculpt Contour Kit to contour down the sides of my nose. This is personal preference, and it's also because I don't have a super tiny nose like Kylie, so I'm just contouring the sides and then rounding it off at the tip a little bit. I also decided to use the same fluffy brush just to get a bit of depth going in the hollows of my cheeks a little bit, but this is really not excessive and you won't see it far too much either. Then to highlight, I've got my Becca and Jaclyn Hill collaboration Champagne Pop Highlight. This is absolutely gorgeous. It's so light on the skin, but it has such a huge effect. I'm just applying this on the highest points of my face, so on the top of the cheekbones, on the bridge of my nose, and on my forehead too, as an extra pop of glow. Then for blusher, I've got this gorgeous blush by MAC, and this is in the shade Melba. This is going to give you a really nice natural flush on the cheeks, which is what Kylie had, and it was almost quite youthful looking at the same time. And then really quickly, I'm applying a really light coat of mascara to my bottom lashes as well. And then finally for lips, I have a few different lip products, so we'll go through it as I do it. So first, I line my lips with the shade Well by MAC. I did overdraw my lips slightly, but not too much because I was realistic as to what I have. So I was just working with what I've got and then going with that. I then used my Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in the shade Pure Hollywood, and then I just blended the Well lip liner back over with it. I did find that this was a little bit too pink, so I decided to apply a lipstick by MAC in the shade Myth, which is a bit paler. And then I found it just still wasn't the right kind of tone for me. So I popped on some of my Maybelline concealer to kind of wash it out a little bit, and then go back over and line it with my Well lip liner. The reason why I've done this is because a super pale lipstick that Kylie wore wouldn't really suit me, so I had to line it to give it a bit of depth for my skin tone. I've then applied a lip gloss by MAC as well. This is in the shade Big Baby, and here we have the finished Kylie Jenner Golden Globes makeup look. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you did, comment down below, and please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for watching. Bye!